Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Engine Builder Show. On today's episode, Gabe will be talking about how to triple your brand and add six figures to your business this year. If you like the sound of that, as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody.
There was always a ton to learn. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's February 10th when we're recording this. And if you're tuning in live, I appreciate you taking time to tune in. And for those of you that are catching the podcast later, you can always reach out with any questions that you have at businessmarketingengine.com. And like Jethro said, we're talking about how to triple your brand and add six figures to your business. And whether you're starting out brand new in business or if if you've been established for a few years, adding an extra 100,000 or even, quarter million to your business is never a bad thing. And there's over the years working with well over 1,000 startups over the last 20 plus years now. There's been a consistent theme of what I've seen is really successful and works well. And it's regardless of size of the company. And so as I go through this, if you have questions, you can drop those in and I will either answer them in line here or I'll reply back to the comments. But you absolutely can, triple your brand and add six figures to your business. And it's not overly complicated. It's not necessarily easy either. It is simple. And I always talk about how easy and simple are not the same thing. So something that's easy, is one thing, but something that's simple is straightforward and can be done and doesn't have a lot of complexity to it, but you do have to put in the effort to be successful. So one of the things that I have helped many of our clients with, and definitely helped a lot of the clients that I coach with, is finding a way to consistently reach new prospects every day. So when you're starting out, and if you're bootstrapping or you're just very early stage in your business, you can still consistently reach out and find new prospects to get in front of every day. You can do that through cold email. You can do that through reaching out on social media, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or other platforms. But if you're consistent in reaching new prospects every day, then that's a huge part of being able to have the opportunity to serve them. And so what I find is been effective is to determine a number of new contacts that you can make per day that you can do on your worst day when you don't feel motivated, maybe when you're not feeling well, maybe you're sick, or when you're discouraged, or you're just, it's an off day. Think about those types of days and ask yourself, how many people could I commit to connecting with, reaching out to, getting in front of new people? How many people on a day like that could I do? So is it one? Is it three? Is it five? Is it 10? If you think through that and you make a low bar commitment to reaching out to new people, then you're going to have a consistent flow of new folks that you can connect with. And so for relatively easy math, if you said that number was 3, which you need to think about what the number is for you, but if you said that number of new contacts that you can make is 3, and you did that literally every single day and you made it part of your routine and your habit, so like before you drink your first cup of coffee to make you motivated, you're either texting new contacts, you're connecting with them on LinkedIn, whatever social media platform you're on. If you did that every single day, you would reach over 1,000 people a year, new prospects, new people that could, figure out who you are and what you offer. And so that's absolutely the first key. And you can do that, like I said, kind of in startup mode or when you're bootstrapping, but you can also do the same thing through paid marketing channels, through email campaigns, through other things like that. And it really just depends what scale you're at and where you want to be. But it's absolutely key that you are getting it in front of new people that have not heard about you on a consistent basis every day. If you do that, then your brand is going to grow. And we'll talk about that in the second step. But first, you have to be actively connecting with new folks. And again, it's not complex. It doesn't have to be this crazy, overblown plan. All you have to do is set a minimum target, the lowest target you can possibly set, and hit that every day, whether it's through paid efforts or through your organic outreach. So reaching new prospects is the key. One of the 3 keys here too, tripling your brand and adding 6 figures or more to your business The second thing is you really do need to consistently brand yourself in front of that audience as it's growing. So simple ways to do that that we help our clients do and that you can do. And obviously, however you need to solve it, you can solve it, but we're here to help you if you need help with it. Consistent ways are sending consistent email marketing out. You can do that, on a couple times a week is a nice kind of easy cadence. Eventually getting to a daily level of email is always a good idea, because then you're just branded in front of your audience. You're in their inbox every day, and you have a channel that you have a lot more control of. I would say a high ownership level of email. Whereas on social media and other channels, those aren't platforms you have as much control of. And so you're going to have to play with the algorithms. You're going to have to make some adjustments. But from an email perspective, emailing on a really consistent basis, at least a couple times a week or more, is a great way to brand yourself in front of your audience. The second thing is, even though we don't control the platforms, we have less control. If you're just consistent in how you show up on social media, whether it's doing a live, posting a quote or advice or help from you, posting written content, posting pre-recorded video. If you post on a daily basis, people will begin to know, like, and trust you a lot faster. And that makes it easier when you reach out with what we'll talk about here in a minute. The third thing, it'll make it a lot easier for you to get results, because if people know who you are, then you're going to be able to be successful in serving them. If they don't know who you are, then you have to start from ground zero every time you have a new conversation and explain who you are and what you do, and that you've been around for X amount of time and that they should consider trusting you. But if you keep showing up consistently in email, online, in social media, in in-person events, any way that you can brand yourself just on a really consistent basis, that's ultimately going to help you have the level of trust that you need to take the next step with your prospects, and to have them commit to working with you, and you be able to serve them and help them grow. And the third thing that's really key as it relates to being able to triple your brand and then add six figures, this is more towards the six figures end of things, is you need to create a powerful offer that you keep up to date. And what I mean by that is, you want to have an offer that's so positively psychologically leveraged that when you explain it to somebody, they're like, there's no way I could turn that down. There's no way that I could not take advantage of this offer. And so creating an offer like that just takes some time and testing, but you get to test it and learn if it's effective by reaching out consistently to new people, to talking to them about what potentially you can help serve them with. And once you figure out what people are engaging with, then typically that offer will last for a season. It'll work for a time. Depends on your market, depends on how big your audience is. There's a lot of factors there, but it may last a few months. It may last a year or two. But ultimately, you need to pay attention to how the response rate, and when you reach out to, for example, say you present this offer to 10 people and 3 of them take you up on it. If you consistently see that 3 out of 10 is buying the offer, then that's great. You can scale a business model on that. But if you see that 3 out of 10 start to drop and people aren't interested anymore, then it's probably time to just put a new title, new wrapper, new spin on the same offer, because what you're delivering should be excellent and work and really solve your client's problems. But how it's perceived, if it's been out too long in the market and too long in front of your audience, then they'll start ignoring it because they think they've already seen it. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. But really, when you apply these 3 principles, regardless of if you're in the startup phase, where we coach some folks and give them just the resources and tools to do it themselves, or if you're really in this stage where you want to scale and grow and your team's expanding and you need more incoming work and you want to do this from paid channels and have our team manage it, regardless of how you do it, these are the 3 principles to really keep in mind to continue to add new business and have your brand grow. It's to reach out to new prospects every day through organic or through paid means, or through using a team that can help you do that, because you need to get in front of new people on a consistent basis. The second thing is then to consistently brand yourself in front of that audience through email, through social media posts, through other remarketing methods. Just surround them in a positive way with your message, with what your offer, what you can help them with. And then third is to make sure that you really have that powerful offer that's going to make it really easy for them to buy and make them feel, honestly, a little bit crazy if they don't buy from you. And then just keep that offer up to date, because it'll need changed and updated as you go. So those are 3 things that you definitely want to keep in mind from a principle basis that will help you be effective in making your brand really as powerful as you want it to be, and adding that extra revenue to your business that it deserves. And so if you need help with that, that's something we help our clients do on a consistent basis. We've had many clients come in and start from zero and go to six-figure businesses. We've had clients come in that were, at the $7-8 million range and add another $6 or $8 million in opportunities to what they're doing. Regardless of what stage you're at, these principles will apply, and we'd love to help you. So if you reach out, you can go to businessmarketingengine.com. You can message me, comment down below, whatever you need help with. We'd love to have a conversation and see how we can best serve you. Regardless, apply these principles, and I'm confident that your business will grow. So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you tomorrow.